I didn't scream. I didn't cry in front of him. And I definitely didn't leave when I found out my boyfriend was cheating. Instead, I stayed. I smiled. I played dumb. And while he thought he was getting away with everything, I was quietly using him to build my escape. The moment I found out, it didn't happen in a dramatic way. No lipstick on a collar. No phone buzzing at midnight. It was quieter than that. Colder. A message popped up on his tablet, the one he never locked. A name I didn't recognize. A tone I recognized immediately. My stomach didn't drop. It went hollow. I remember sitting there on the edge of the bed, tablet in my hands, heart beating so loud it felt like it was pressing against my ribs. My first instinct was to confront him. To explode. To demand answers. But then reality hit harder than the betrayal. I couldn't afford to leave. Rent was insane. My savings were thin. And the lease still had months to go. So I did something unexpected. I swallowed my pride. And I stayed. I didn't change my behavior. I didn't snoop more. I didn't accuse. I acted normal. And that's when something strange happened. He got comfortable. Too comfortable. He stopped being careful. He started staying out overnight. Then entire weekends. And our bedroom? Dead. I stopped initiating. He didn't seem to mind. Honestly? Neither did I. He was fine in bed. But I'd had better. I got tested. Clean. Relief washed over me in a way that felt almost ironic. That was the moment I realized something important. I wasn't trapped. I was observing. Once I stopped emotionally investing, everything became clearer. I stopped spending money on extras. No random treats. No covering small things for him. I still did the grocery shopping, but now I used his half to buy what I liked. There was always food in the fridge. Always meals available. I wasn't cruel. I was strategic. Dry cleaning? Not my problem anymore. Then came the car. Mine was costing me money. Insurance. Maintenance. He barely used his. So I sold mine. And quietly started using his. Every dollar I saved went into a separate account. No joint finances. Just one shared account for bills. 7 months passed. 7 months of patience. 7 months of silence. By the time I was done, almost $20,000 saved. Freedom doesn't always come with a dramatic exit. Sometimes, it comes with discipline. Just after New Year's, he finally sat me down. He wanted to talk about the lease ending in March. I didn't hesitate. I told him the truth. I was leaving him. But, I offered to stay until March as a roommate if it helped. He didn't hear the kindness. He heard the loss of control. He said I blindsided him. I looked at him calmly and said something that shattered the illusion he'd been living in. It shouldn't be hard for you to find a roommate. The apartment was cheap. Perfect location. He exploded. Then he demanded I move out by the end of January. He'd cover February, if he kept the damage deposit. I agreed. No fight. No tears. I moved in with my sister. He asked for his car keys back. I handed them over. Clean. Simple. His side piece moved in almost immediately. Did it hurt? Honestly? No. What hurt had already healed. Then one weekend, while working at the farmer's market, I saw them. Together. I walked over. Smiled. And introduced myself. Hi. You must be Maggie. Her face froze. His turned pale. He asked how I knew her name. I told the truth. I've known about you for about 6 months. Silence. The kind that screams. Apparently, he had told her we were just roommates. That I was uncomfortable with him bringing women over. Which was technically true. I would have been uncomfortable. Now? I was entertained. Mutual friends started messaging me, saying I embarrassed him. That I ruined their relationship. Then he did the math. Realized how I funded my exit. And he was furious. He said if I knew, I should have confronted him sooner. So it could have ended last year. I laughed. And told him to go shit in his hat. The best revenge wasn't yelling. It wasn't public shaming. It was watching him realize. He wasn't clever. He wasn't in control. And he wasn't the winner of this story. He cheated thinking he was taking advantage. But I walked away with peace. Savings. And my dignity intact. While he lost trust, reputation. And the woman he lied to. Justice doesn't always roar. Sometimes it smiles quietly and walks away. I didn't stay because I was weak. I stayed because I was strategic. Sometimes survival looks like silence. And sometimes karma works on a schedule you don't control. If this story gave you chills, smash that like button, thumbs up. Tell us in the comments, what's the most satisfying revenge you've ever witnessed? And for more real stories with real consequences, subscribe to Story X Daily. You don't want to miss what's coming next.